So I love when people genuinely disagree with me about stuff. I love it. I welcome it all the time because it's where I learn, right? In your disagreement, you might present to me something that I've got resistance about. If I've got resistance about that thing, then I'm going to look for the trauma there because I don't want the trauma anymore. I don't want to be in agreement with a lie that tells me I'm not worth anything. It's not true. It's false. So when I participate with people who have the courage and have the authenticity and the confidence and the humility and trust in themselves to disagree with me genuinely, I welcome it. I'm grateful for it. It moves things forward. And it's easy because the only thing that stops me from moving forward is my own resistance. If you're going to disagree with me in a way that gives me the opportunity to identify my own resistance and eliminate it, clear it, find acceptance in it, and make a new agreement around it, and free myself of an old trauma, why would I not sign up for that? And I can't force anybody else to, and I never would try. It's pointless. But I'm sure going to take that opportunity myself every time it presents itself. I don't care where it comes from, who it comes from. If you can illuminate something for me in my awareness, it helps me handle my own resistance and validate my ability to trust myself to create space and not have to escape and retreat from reality. I will thank you wholeheartedly every time.
The more of this work that I do, the more that I really sink into this awareness that if you are a woman, if you are a person of color, that like there's a lot of other ifs, but you have been taught to ignore your own knowingness. You've been taught either to ignore your own resistance because it's not going to be listened to, or double down on your own resistance because it's the only way you'll be listened to. It's the only way you're going to get information. But you haven't been taught that there's good information in there and that you are full of good information. You haven't been taught, to go back to black belt mind terms, to value your self-worth over your self-esteem. And so much of what I'm realizing and working on with people over and over and over again is, let's just get your self-worth feeling good. Everything else falls into place after that.
What Cole just described is perfect because that's a deliberate tactic of shame, right? Nobody wants you to know that you've got power in your own acceptance. Nobody wants you to know that.
Well, bad people.
Yeah.
Bad.
Well, but also I would say not bad people either, because lots of people that are in agreement with that are good people who just don't know better, right? They're not bad people. They just haven't been taught any different alternative. So it's easy for that agreement to perpetuate itself, right? When you're in the awareness of the power of your own acceptance, you're very difficult to control. Very difficult to lie to, very difficult to deceive or fool, because your ability to discern isn't dependent on about being right about everything. Not at all. Your ability to discern is to be able to tell the difference between what you resonate with and what you don't, what's truthful to you and what isn't. You have no need to be right all the time. That's only the ego's game. When you can tell what you resonate with and you can move truthfully towards it or move truthfully away from it, that's all the power and control you need.